to talk about the breathing now, because this is uber important. No breath, nothing happens. So you really want to focus on the breathing. I talk a lot about this in my book that I wrote, and this is what's going to get the changes happening, is through conscious breathing. And if you couple that with setting your intention, and if it's something that you're looking to heal, to see yourself and feel yourself and to imagine yourself completely already healed. See yourself how you choose to be. See yourself feeling vibrant and youthful and happy and healthy and free and able to just live your life completely unlimited the way you choose to live. Okay, that is so important, that the oils will help to magnify that consciousness and that intention. So make sure that you take some time while you're in the Aroma Dome and you're breathing the oil molecules in to hold this intention, to hold the vision of this. And I'm going to show you the 2 different breaths that are very imperative to do while you're in the Aroma Dome. The first is breathing through the nose. You know, and at first you might not be used to breathing really deeply, so that it might take a few breaths to start to relax and to be able to take deeper breaths, and that's okay. It's all right if you feel a little panicked or a little constricted in your chest. It'll start to open the more that you breathe. So the first breath is through the nose, and through the nose, through this passageway, the molecules enter into the olfactory neurons, into the olfactory bulb, into the limbic part of our brain. And that's where our pineal gland is, and it's where our pituitary gland is, and our human growth hormone, and where our hypothalamus gland is, and the amygdala. The amygdala is our area of our brain that stores all emotions. Every trauma you have ever had, ever since we were in the womb, every reaction we've ever had, every stress, every, difficult time you've been through, this gets imprinted into the amygdala. And guess what? The only way, to my knowledge, that I have learned in all my years of study is that for the amygdala to be stimulated is through the sense of smell. And this is where our oils come in to play here, because you can do all the talk therapy you want, and it's not going to touch the amygdala. That's good. It's good for awareness. It's good for, just being aware of what's been going on and the patterns and where it stemmed from, but it's not going to release that original trigger that is imprinted into your amygdala. And so Gary Young has a master blender. He has blended so many different amazing formulations like release and harmony and into the future and forgiveness and present time and harmony and envision and joy and so many others. There's so many amazing, emotional blends to choose from. And so you can pick these oils specifically for what is going on with you. And you have to remember too that we're all very different. And so we all have different receptors, and not my receptors are not the same as this person's receptors as this person's receptors. And so maybe, the oil blend works for me called joy, and that really helps me immediately to open and lighten my heart. But for the other 2 people, it doesn't do anything. But that doesn't mean that it's not a good oil or that it doesn't work. It simply means that it's not a match for these other 2 people's receptor sites. And so we all have to do trial and error at the beginning, and I suggest to get a notebook out and to keep track of those oils that you find really kick in and really work for you, because you will get to know your own receptor sites, your own body, as you try different oils and you see which ones work and which ones are not taking effect. And Gary Young has always taught us, what has he taught us? If an oil doesn't work in 60 seconds, go to the next. And this is for that very reason. So going back to the breath, as we breathe through the nose, you're breathing the molecules to the brain and having a profound effect in the brain. I mean, incredibly deep, profound effect. And then the other breath that you can alternate with, if you choose, is through the mouth. And the way to breathe and bring that breath down into the lungs is to breathe like you're drinking out of a straw. So it's like this. And that goes directly into the lungs. And you're going to fill your chest cavity with the breath, okay, deeply. And you're going to pierce your lips like you're drinking out of a straw. And you're going to always breathe through your nose. Exhale always through your nose. And if you'd like, you can alternate breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathe in through the mouth and out through the nose. Now, if you have a lung condition, something like emphysema or lung cancer or, any kind of asthma or allergies, bronchitis, pneumonia, you're going to probably want to concentrate on that mouth breathing more than the brain to really utilize your breath for bringing the oil molecules into your lungs. And if you have a brain disorder going on, something like Parkinson's or MS or brain fog or whatever it is going on, for the amygdala, for the emotional clearing, you want to concentrate on the nose breathing. And breathe as many breaths as you can. And now, when the diffuser timer shuts off after that first 5-minute round, the molecules are going to be filled inside of the dome enclosure. And you want to utilize and take advantage of those molecules that are there and continue your breath while that 5-minute break is happening. The oils are highly oxygenating, so you're not going to, more than likely, not feel claustrophobic in there. I have never seen one person feel claustrophobic in there because of so much oxygen. So remember to practice your breathing. It will get easier, and start to fall in love with your breath, because that is your vehicle for healing, and it's so delicious and so wonderful, and it is your ticket to your healing freedom.